Hi everyone, welcome to New York City. We are along Central Park West and West 72nd Street. Shirley, great to see you. We are on Central Park West and West 72nd Street, and that building right there is the Dakota. That is where Yoko Ono lived for many, many years with John Lennon. Yoko Ono still lives inside the Dakota. Her son Sean moved out. Jamie, great to see you. Yoko Ono's son Sean moved out, and John's son Sean moved out several years ago. He lives further downtown in the Soho area of Manhattan, but Yoko Ono still lives in the Dakota. She still lives there today. And Strawberry Fields is directly behind me. We're going to go there in a moment. Hey, Nabul, nice to see some familiar faces. That is West 72nd Street, and this is Central Park West. So the traffic running from left to right, that's actually traffic running north. That is Central Park West. Central Park West traffic actually runs north and south. It's a two-way street. Now you can see the traffic also running south. That, once again, is the Dakota. Yoko Ono still lives in the Dakota today as we speak. And sadly, John Lennon, who lost his life, was shot right outside of the Dakota, right further, just a few steps north of where that truck is parked, is where sadly he lost his life. So Central Park is right behind me. Why don't we turn around and enter Central Park, and I'm going to take you to Strawberry Fields. So let's go ahead, and we're going to leave the Dakota. That's West 72nd Street. That's the Dakota. Hey, Tudor, great to see you. We're now going to do a complete 180. Here's Central Park now right in front of you, and we're going to make our way to Strawberry Fields, which is the tribute to John Lennon. Sadly, after John Lennon was killed, many countries, not just New Yorkers and Americans, but countries all over the world donated money to build Strawberry Fields, which is where I'm taking you to right now, and it is the tribute to John Lennon. It's a beautiful day in New York City. It's Sunday evening. It's I don't know the exact time. I don't have my watch on, but I can tell you it's early evening. It's 79 Fahrenheit, which is about 21 Celsius, and here is the entrance, the Central Park entrance that takes you directly to Strawberry Fields. So we're right off of Central Park West and West 72nd Street. This is one of the more popular tourist destinations in New York City, although it's not all that crowded right now. Although it looks like there's a bunch of people, Pete, great to see you. Although it looks like there's a bunch of people, and there are a bunch of people here, it's much less crowded than it normally is. I apologize for the phone shaking. YouTube does not yet have stabilization for their live broadcasts. Hopefully that will be implemented soon. So I'm sorry about the view. Hold on, let me try and get in here. Now, usually that Imagine sign that you see circled is surrounded with flowers, whether it be daisies or roses or dandelions or geraniums. Usually it's surrounded, that circle is lined with flowers, but sometimes there are no flowers at all, and that's what you see right now. There are no flowers at all today. As you can see, tourists like to get their photographs taken at this Imagine location, and that is not a flower. That is a speaker playing Beatles music. It's fooling some people trying to figure out where the music is coming from, but it's actually a speaker in the middle of the Imagine sign that's playing Beatles songs. This mosaic that you're looking at was donated by the wonderful people of Naples, Italy. So anyone from Italy that is watching this, New York City says thank you for donating this beautiful mosaic to us here in New York City Central Park, Strawberry Fields, the tribute to John Lennon. Haley, good to see you, Haley. It's a 79 Fahrenheit, 21 Celsius. It's early evening in New York City. I don't have my watch on. It's probably around 7:20ish, 7:30, I would guess, p.m. on Sunday evening. For those of you watching this live, the stabilization is not on yet during live broadcasts. Oh, Nabul, is that true? You know, I'm not familiar with all the ins and outs of YouTube. Nabul makes a great point. I hope I don't get in trouble. But this is public. This is open to the public, and Mrs. Ono has no problem with people filming here. So hopefully YouTube will not give me a problem, but if they do, I'll have to shut this down. Yeah, I forgot too, Pete. So this might get taken down by YouTube. If anyone from YouTube is watching, Mrs. Ono gives tourists and New Yorkers alike, anyone throughout the world traveling here, permission to film. This is an open public place, and there are Beatles songs played here all the time. And that is with permission by Mrs. Ono and the Beatles, as I understand it. So hopefully they won't give us a hard time, but if they do, so be it. So let me give you a 360-degree view. I'm not sure what you mean, Abel. They'll play ads over the music? Again, if anyone is listening from YouTube, this is not intentional. I am new to YouTube. I do not mean to violate copyright, but I remind you that this is Strawberry Fields, the John Lennon tribute. The Beatles and Mrs. Ono have made this a public open space. There's always Beatles tunes playing here, and they do give permission for people to film here at all times. And once again, that is the Dakota across the street, where Yoko Ono still lives to this day. There's a young child being photographed, so we're going to wait for that young child to move out of the way. I try not to broadcast young children, at least not intentionally. Sometimes you can't help it. Oh, she's crying. She's crying. She doesn't want to be there. Her mom's taking her away. There we go. Okay.
Just a moment, please. Just one photo and we go. No, thank you. The one that I found.
Usually it's much more crowded than this. I'm very surprised how uncrowded it is right here at the John Lennon Strawberry Fields Memorial. Nabul, take care. Great to see you, sir. 79 Fahrenheit, 21 Celsius right now in New York City. We are live at Strawberry Fields, the John Lennon tribute here in New York City. That is the Dakota directly across the street. Tough to see through the trees, but Yoko Ono lives there today. She never moved out. It's very popular for tourists to come here and have their photograph taken around the Imagine sign. I believe he was cremated, but please, I apologize if I'm mistaken.
Sure. I work in the rights.
Nabul, yes, DM that to me. Again, I apologize if I'm violating any music things on YouTube terms of service. It is not intentional. I am new to YouTube, and as I understand it, this is an open public space. Strawberry Fields and Mrs. Ono and the Beatles have no problem with people filming here live, regardless of what type of music, whether it's Beatles music or something else playing here, but it is always Beatles music. So I'll stay on for another minute or two, and then I have to finish my run in Central Park. It's a beautiful day for a run. It's no humidity whatsoever. There's a slight cool breeze, but very slight. It's 79 Fahrenheit, which equates to 21 Celsius. Just a beautiful, breathtaking day today in New York City, and especially in Central Park, where there's a beautiful light breeze.
Oh, look at me. Want a picture of me?
Is it yours?
Oh, Tudor, always a pleasure to see you, sir.
Hey, be good, guys. I enjoy your company.
All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Take care, Tudor. Good to see you, too. So I want to thank all of you for joining me on YouTube Live today. I really appreciate all of you. Hopefully we won't get in too much trouble with the music, but as I said, this is public space, and Mrs. Ono does give all tourists and New Yorkers alike visiting permission to film here, even though the Beatles music is playing in the background. So hopefully it won't be an issue, but if it is, we'll have to take it down. So I'm going to go ahead and finish my run in Central Park, and I leave you with this beautiful view of strawberry fields. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.